Morning routines are amazing if you are single. But realistically, as soon as you have responsibilities for anybody else but yourself, they don't work. Yes, I would love to get up and do a bit of journaling, a little bit of meditation, but realistically, as soon as those floorboards creak, three little furry babies know I'm awake, and if I'm not downstairs within 60 seconds, I'll show you a picture of those little rascals, they will bark the house down. I know they look cute and innocent, but believe me, they'll make sure I know that they are awake. So, not sure about you, but this is how my morning starts. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have a productive and calm morning. Far from it. And I'm going to show you in this video how you can still get the most out of your morning, even with barking dogs and screaming children. And if you think, oh, well, I don't think it's going to work for me, just hold on for a second. Many people don't know this about me, but I have what's the latest word for it? Neurodivergent brain. I have ADHD. And if I wouldn't take care of my schedule, if I wouldn't manage myself, but you know what? It would be like a zoo with the cage doors open. But it's not. Most people think you are so efficient and calm. How do you do it? Well, I'm going to show you how, and let's get started. Now, all you need is a calendar. I'm going to switch over to my Google Calendar here, and that is my ideal, realistic routine. You may have heard of the concept of an ideal routine. There are many YouTube videos about them, but again, they only work if you are just responsible for yourself. Now, you can still have an ideal, realistic week, and that is mine. If you want to do the same, all you have to do is create another calendar on Google. You just click on here, create a calendar, just call it ideal realistic week. And again, this is not how your week is going to go, far from it, but it will help you to focus, and it will help you to actually make the right decisions. So I quickly show you mine. Look, I even use the rolling on the floor with laughter emoji for morning routine, because realistically, obviously dogs first, I then have my coffee. I actually then find a blissful little time for myself. And in that time, I either watch an educational YouTube video or read something educational. So something where I can actually grow and learn. And again, the beauty of it is I can pause anytime, because believe me, most mornings, I hear, Mom, have you seen this? Mom, have you found this? Mom, can you help me with this? Anybody who has children will completely understand what I'm talking about. And the beauty of it is I can just drop it, if I need to. If I was in the middle of like a deep meditation or journaling process, that would only make me feel frustrated. And to be honest, it would be super unfair to my kids too. So again, realistic morning routine for myself, and then the whole thing starts, school run, getting ready, you know how it is. If I have time, I'll actually try to squeeze in a little bit of a workout. I have a rowing machine and I try to do 2K. Do I do it most mornings? No. I also have a kettlebell next to my washing machine, I nearly said, coffee machine. So if I feel like it, I can do a few strength exercises, highly recommended. Make it easy. If it's there, you might use it and again, fit it in. But realistically, your morning might be a little bit more chaotic, but you can still carve out those little pockets for yourself. Now let's go back on the calendar. 8:30. I call it check-in. So that's when I go into my office. So I've got my own business. So I've got the luxury of literally a 1-minute commute into my office. And I know not everybody has that luxury. If you are in a corporate job, you might actually have up to an hour of commuting time. But again, think about, how do you actually use your commute? Do you scroll endlessly on social media, or do you use it something for your little gray cells? You could actually read a book in that time or watch something educational on YouTube. It's your time. Make use of it. For me, I usually just have a look at my calendar in my bullet journal. What do I have to do that day? I spend about 10 minutes on LinkedIn. responding to DMs, having a look what's happening. If you are on LinkedIn and we are not connected yet, please feel free to do so. And at 9 a.m. I have a block of focus work. Magically, what happens? My phone goes into focus mode. The only people who can get through to me are my daughters and my husband. Everybody else needs to wait till 12:30. And again, I'm talking about an ideal, realistic week. Are those weeks like that? No, and I will tell you how it usually pans out in a second, but how you can still take charge of your week. So let's get back to the calendar. I always schedule in some time for lunch. Very important. Try to have lunch away from your desk. It's so beneficial for your health, you wouldn't even believe. And again, be quite strategic about what you eat at lunch. Don't have a huge plate of pasta because you can write off the afternoon. Eat something that fuels you and try to get some fresh air as well, whatever it is. But please don't eat at your desk. I used to do it for years. And then I stopped and I saw such an amazing improvement in my health, but also in my productivity in the afternoon. So I can't stress it enough. Please have lunch away from your desk. Having said that, after lunch, we have a little bit of an energy dip, even if you ate something light. So I'm actually doing some light work here. So it might be checking my emails, responding to emails, doing some admin stuff. Any of that work that doesn't require much brain power. And then 3:30, favorite time for my dogs. I'll take them on a walk. And for me, I actually call it a walking meditation. So I can't just sit down and go like and be present, but I can do it on a walk. I never listen to music. I just let my thoughts flow. And amazing things happen. I connect the dots to problems I had to think about. I might come up with super cool ideas. Whatever it is, this time is just so powerful. And if you haven't got a dog, just go for a walk anyway. Obviously, having one will make it easier because they will come into your office and go like, please take me out, please take me out. So usually when I'm back from my dog walk, I do some creative work because I feel inspired. And again, it's the ideal realistic week. It doesn't necessarily always happen. Now, 6 to 8 ideally is family time. My daughters are home. We're all in the kitchen. I'll cook something. They tell me about their day. Love that time. Obviously, it also includes a bit of like tidying up, turning washing machine on, all of those lovely things we have to do as parents. And then 8 to 10 is usually, I call it me time, but it might be kind of like just watching something with my daughters, having a chat with my husband. I might read a book. I'm trying to actually plan some time for myself. I try not to work during that time. I noticed if I work in the evening, my sleep quality is rubbish because guess what? I'm still going to think about work when I go to bed. And I go to bed quite early. Usually around 10 o'clock, I might read something, and by 10:30, I'm usually asleep because I love my sleep. And again, if you have control over your sleep, the health benefits are amazing. I will do another video about this sometime soon because I hacked my sleep 2 years ago, and it's been amazing. The health benefits are huge, and it's free. I'm surprised not everybody's doing it. But again, that's a different video. So this is my ideal realistic week. Obviously, it doesn't always happen like that. And I have created another dummy calendar called Meetings. And a lot of red. So I took this week as an example. And you can see my ideal realistic week doesn't quite happen like that. So usually on a Monday morning during my check-in time, sometimes I do it on a Sunday already, I have a look at my calendar, what meetings I have, and I map it on top of my ideal realistic week. And you can see it's not that ideal anymore, but I still actually get a lot of pockets of focused work, which is really important. And like today, I have a lot of time to get stuff done. Love it. Now you might notice I have meetings on a Saturday as well. I actually have quite a few in the afternoon as well. just because a lot of my clients have a corporate job and that's the only time they have. And that's absolutely fine, because quite often actually on a Friday, I won't do any of that. I'll take the whole afternoon off and or have other things planned. Now, you can do the same. Anybody can do that. Can do the same. Just open up a new calendar, call it your ideal realistic week, map it out how you would like it to work, but be realistic. Think about anybody else you have responsibility for. Don't try to kind of like go like, yeah, I can achieve this and this and this. You can't. We have less time than we think, but we can still be really, really strategic about it. And actually, if you have a new habit you would like to establish, you can schedule it in too. And if you want to know the number one hack on how to establish a new habit so it actually sticks, have a look. I'm going to try to link a video down here below I've done on the very subject in the past. It is possible. And believe me, my brain, you should see it, without that schedule, we wouldn't get anything done. And I have 2 businesses, 3 dogs, 2 children, and I'm not saying this to show off, and I'm not saying like every day is like, yeah, serene, and we've done it all. On Monday, actually, all those meetings, more unexpected ones happened. So by Monday evening, I was like, wow, what has happened today? But that's life. And the beauty is, on Tuesday morning, you can look again in your calendar, again, map your ideal realistic week with all of your meetings and what actually happens, and go like, yeah, let's do that. So on that note, try it. You've got nothing to lose. If it worked for you, or if you have any other comments, just leave a comment below. If you liked it, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, but are a fellow midlifer and would like a lot of tips like that, then hit the subscribe button. I see you again next Wednesday. Have a good week. Bye.